This administration chugs right along. It fucks over every working person in this country and ignores their will. The top establishment politicians sat with their tail between their legs for so long, capitulating time and time again on life and death issues, my God, and we're not tired of being taken on this ride. That staring through, it becomes clearer and clearer each day. The one that you deep down all understand is begging to be reckoned with. And that truth is that there is still nobody coming to save us, and there's not going to be. The only things we have in this country are the 99% of us and our common interests on one side, and on the other, a political system and class that will destroy the world before it concedes anything beneficial to us. So what do we do? That's the question. What do we do when voting and rallies and begging our representatives aren't working? Ladies and gentlemen, I will say it until I fucking die. We need to be joining organizations, unions, and communities that are interconnected, powerful, and brave enough to actually resist what is going on in this country. There's a lot of different ways of this different for different people based on their capacity. If there's a local progressive politician you like, cannabis work, if there's a union at your workplace, join it. If there's a action or revolutionary organization, anyone somewhere around you, go join it. There's a pretty cool guy in both of them. Seriously though, if you're not already involved, each person gets a chance to determine if they're going to be on the side of resistance and fighting for a better world, whatever it takes, or the one that waltzes power in the fascism. I'm sorry, that is just the truth. I read a poem the other day called The Hangman by Maurice Ogden. And the last few lines go something like this. It says, the hangman said, they will or the others, that might have stood side by your side in the common good. Then I was angry. The hangman said, murders and corrected me. The communist, the immigrant, and then the Jew, I did no more than you let me do. So I'm asking us, what more are we willing to let this machine do to us? I'm not trying to lecture you. I understand we all have families and jobs and fears. But I'm not going to lie to you and dilute the truth that with battles like this, of this magnitude, they're not solved by Facebook posting or asking nicely or occasional rallies. If we claim to be and want the world that we claim we want, we have to take it. The hangmen of the world do not give a shit about democracy. They don't care if we live or die. They don't care about legality or how respectful we are. The only time that major change has been made in this country is when mass organized people took action and forced their hand. That is exactly what we need to do. Find your theater of organization and go. We do not get bonus points for being a perfect victim that defends an establishment. We get left behind. Regardless of what you take from today, if you hate what I just said, please know this. The days of begging for crumbs from the system are coming to an end. The moment is ready to be met, and I promise you when we do meet it, we're not asking for a slice of the pie. We're taking the whole fucking bakery like we've always deserved.
Thank you so much. Let's do one more round of applause. Next up, from California Dems and Oxfam Indivisible, we have Emily.
Can I sneak in here? Excuse me. Can I sneak behind you? I'm sorry. You're fine.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Look around you right now. This right here is what love of country looks like. Neighbors sitting shoulder to shoulder peacefully, proudly with courage.
No, you can squeeze in.
I am a
She's just trying to go live.
chair the Outagamie Dems and a neighbor, but I'm here today because I love this country too much to let it become something it was never meant to be. We are gathered here under 3 simple words, and I want you to say them with me. No kings ever. Ready? No kings ever! Because our founders, and perfect as they were, risked everything to make sure this land could never again be ruled by one man's will. They fought a war to end it. They wrote a constitution to prevent it. They built checks and balances, limits on power, and the right to dissent because they knew how easily tyranny can disguise itself as leadership. And here we are, 2.5 centuries later, standing in the shadow of a man who acts as if the crown has already been placed on his head. Let's be clear about what's happening. We have a president who calls himself the chosen one, who claims absolute immunity, who sends federal agents into American cities under Operation Midway Blitz and the false pretext of a war on our streets, detaining people in unmarked vans, who fires inspectors general for doing their jobs, who uses the Department of Justice to punish his enemies and pardon his friends, who orders troops to stand ready at the American people. That is not leadership. That is power without accountability, and our Constitution forbids it. So what do we say today and every day? No kings ever! And while that all happens, they tell lies about us that aren't true. They say that standing up for democracy is chaos, that marching for justice is dangerous, that loving your country enough to demand better is radical, but we know better, don't we? We are not radicals for loving our neighbors. We are patriots for refusing to give up on them. They say we hate America. No. We love her enough to fight for her. They say we want to destroy everything. No. We are trying to save all that is worth saving and build it better than it's ever been before. Say it with me. We love this country. We love this country. We will not let it go to hell, not on our watch. They say they're protecting freedom, but what kind of freedom leaves your neighbor without health care, your teacher without resources, a journalist without a voice? They say they're restoring order, but what kind of order drags citizens off the streets and punishes truth tellers for doing their jobs? They call that patriotism, but real patriotism is a blind loyalty. It is moral courage. It is standing up when your country veers off course and saying, not in our name. Everyone say that, not in our name. Listen closely and you can hear what's being lost. It's the nurse in Wapaka who just lost her job because the maternity ward closed. It is a farmer in Algoma sitting on land that's been in the family for a century, screwed by the tariffs, unable to sell his soybeans. It is a teacher in Hortonville working a second job in a school district that continues to go to referendum because we chronically underfund our public schools. It is a Milwaukee mom choosing between rent and medicine. This isn't abstract. This is what it looks like when government forgets who it's supposed to serve. And it's what they fear the most. Not our anger, not our protests, but our clarity. Remembering that and holding them to account. Because when we see through the noise, we remember our power. This, right here today, and what you're going to carry forward is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Work we still have to do to make those words true, about the distance between what this country promises and what it delivers to people, especially people that don't look like me. It is a responsibility. The Constitution is not a relic. It is a promise we renew every time we vote, every time we march, every time we say no to tyranny and yes to each other. We have so much work to do, you guys. Work to make justice real, work to make freedom fair for everyone, work to make this nation's ideals finally belong to all of us. And it is up to us to finish what those founders began, not with muskets and monuments, of course, but with courage and community. Who keeps this republic alive? We do! Who keeps the republic alive? We do! They can ignore subpoenas, they can rewrite laws, they can strip agencies, but they cannot make us bow. The power of this country has never flowed down from the throne, has it? No! The power of this country has always risen up from the people. No kings, no crowns, just us now. Say that with me. No kings, no crowns, just us now. Because power belongs with the people, and that is how a democracy survives. It is not the end of a fight today, it is the beginning. The Constitution is only as strong as the people that are willing to defend it. And friends, we gathered here today and across this country had more than 8,000 protests occurring on this No Kings Day. We are the ones that are holding that responsibility now. We will rebuild what they tried to destroy and we'll build it better. We will elect people that serve the public, truly serve the public and not themselves. We will hold every single one of them accountable, every level, every office, every day. That is the long work of freedom and it belongs to us. No king! No king! No crown! No crown! Just us now! Just us now! Guys, we love this country. Thank you, Appleton. Stay courageous, stay kind, and keep standing up for each other and the America we still believe in.
Thank you, Emily. Let's give her another round of applause. In just a second, we're going to slowly disperse to the sidewalks. We'll be lining College Avenue. I'd like to remind everyone that this is a peaceful protest, that we have a right to peacefully assemble. So let's make sure that we keep it that way. And then we're going to meet back here at 12:40. So check your watches, set an alarm, but 12:40, let's be back here. We'll have a closing speech, and then we're going to have a sing-along with the social justice singers, so you will not want to miss this. So we'll be back at 12:40.